Now another piece in its first performance anywhere, my 7 Meditations for Hiroshima, scored for solo clarinet and derived from the 7 movements of my Requiem for Hiroshima that I wrote in 1989 based on a 1959 text by Lee Baxandall, to whose memory this latest set of pieces is dedicated. The idea of writing solo meditations derived from a larger religious work was inspired by Leonard Bernstein's 3 meditations based on his Mass that he wrote for cellist Mstislav Rostropovich, the first of which Kurt Benke performed with me at our last concert with him, August 20th, 2019. As I said before, this concert is in his memory. We're going to hear the pieces played by a wonderful young clarinetist, Bixby Kennedy, who very graciously agreed to learn them and was planning to perform the pieces here, but is currently sheltering with his fiancée in Macon, Georgia, where he made a video that we're going to watch together. First, though, a few words from him about the piece on Facetime.
Hello, everybody, and hello, Leonard and Helene. Thank you so much for virtually welcoming me into your home. Yes, I did want to share a little bit about the piece. I thought some of the most one of the most poignant aspects about the piece is the Lee Baxandall text that is written, and I wanted to read a couple of excerpts from the text. The piece begins by simply setting the date and the affect of the piece by saying, on the 6th of August, 1945, the city of Hiroshima suffered the atomic bomb. Now, 75 years later, the end of the text, so this is recited by the singers in the 7th movement in the full orchestration. The last several stanzas are, "We cannot rest, we shall not rest, so long as you do not hear us. You who are still living, help is our cry. Help, help for the living. Help that you yourselves may live. When others are ignorant of what you know, it is up to you to tell them. And when others will not act, you must act for them. Help, help, help for the living. Let no more people perish as we did in Hiroshima." I find that particularly relevant to what's going on in today's age with the trying to give the voice and platform to those speaking out in the protests for Black Lives Matter, and in the pandemic-stricken world that we're living in when dealing with injustice. So it's, a very heavy piece. The piece is about 20 minutes long in the iteration for solo clarinet. And it was really an interesting challenge, and also very kind of enlightening exploration to play Leonard's piece in the solo clarinet version. Now, I've never heard the full orchestration with choir, but I hope that I've sort of, in my performance, illuminated the various colors and instruments that might have been heard in the full orchestration. So, yes, I wanted to turn it back over to Leonard now.
Thank you so much, Bixby. It's really a pleasure, been a pleasure working with you. We first, of course, contacted you, or were in contact with you through the Musicians Club of New York. You were a prize winner, and we're scheduled to do a new piece of mine that I wrote for you, which I hope you're going to be able to do with piano. But this is a solo clarinet piece that we're really very, very lucky to be able to hear you play all the way from Georgia. And we're going to enjoy listening to it and talk with you afterwards, okay?
Okay,
Thanks.
Thank you.